In this devotional, I'm going to share with you 3 thoughts from Proverbs chapter 3, verses 13 through 18, where I'll ask the question, why is it a blessing to find wisdom? Proverbs chapter 3, verses 13 through 18 says, "Blessed is the one who finds wisdom, and the one who gets understanding. For the gain from her is better than gain from silver, and her profit better than gold. She is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand. In her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who lay hold of her. Those who hold her fast are called blessed." In the book of Proverbs, you have both wisdom and folly personified as a woman. And here, wisdom is personified as the woman that any young man ought to be seeking after. That it's a blessing, it's an absolute blessing to find wisdom. So we ought to seek wisdom out. And when we do, and when we find her, we are blessed by our interaction with her. So here are 3 thoughts from Proverbs chapter 3, verses 13 through 18, answering the question, why is it a blessing to find wisdom? Thought number 1, more profitable. And this is just down-to-earth kind of stuff, isn't it? It's better to find wisdom than it is to find gold or silver. You will be profited more by finding wisdom than you would by finding precious metals or by earning a pile of money. It's more profitable for you to be wise than it is to be rich. That's got to be kind of hard for a lot of folks to hear, I think, because in Western culture, we really value wealth. We really value material profit. We love it. We just can't get enough. But here, Solomon is telling us that it is better, it's superior to find wisdom than it is to find profit, that it's more valuable to find wisdom than it is to make piles and piles of money. And the reason for that is simple. It's because wisdom is something that lasts. Wealth always fades away. You can accumulate all of the material possessions that you want, but you don't get to take any of it with you. But a life lived dedicated to the wisdom that comes from knowing God is one that is far richer than you could have from material possessions. Thought number 2, longer life. You want to have a long life, don't you? I think most of us would like to have a long life. I think we probably desire to live out our days in a nice, long, sort of drawn-out fashion. I want to meet my grandkids. I want to see my great-grandkids. I want to watch them graduate from high school and college and all these sorts of things. Watch them get married, have children of their own. I would love to have a long life. Well, if you would have a long life, you need to seek out wisdom. Because one of the benefits from finding wisdom is that your life is longer. And this is a generality, of course, but it stands to reason that if you adhere to the wisdom of the ages that's been passed down for millennia, then chances are good that your life is going to be longer. Now, there's no guarantee that finding the wisdom in the Bible is going to ensure that your life is longer. But chances are good that as you apply these principles to your life, that it will be longer because you will be actively engaging in that which is wise rather than that which is foolish. Thought number 3, greater peace. And peace is something that we all ought to be seeking after. Peace is something that we all should be trying to get to. Ask any person and chances are good that they will tell you that it is better to find yourself in peace than in war. Well, we have greater peace. We have greater peace in our lives. We have greater peace in every phase of our lives if we find the wisdom of God and if we apply it regularly to our daily living. A lifetime of struggle and conflict and war is a difficult one. And anyone who has experienced those things would tell you that peace is preferable. And Solomon explains to us that we will have greater peace in our life if we are able to find wisdom. It's a great blessing to find wisdom. It's a great blessing in terms of profitability and long life and in having peace. But even more so than that, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to live out the wisdom that God has provided through His Word. Because in it, we're able to reflect His own character and truly be the people that He has called us to be. These three thoughts come from the assigned reading of Proverbs chapters 2 and 3. If you'd like to read through the Bible with me, you can do so by subscribing to this channel, by clicking on the link in the description, or by joining the Facebook group Through the Bible, where we are reading the text of Scripture together.